Good evening and thanks for joining us. Canada's Deputy Prime Minister says this country will not back down after being dragged into a trade dispute, accused by the U.S. president of taking advantage of Americans. Chrystia Freeland promised swift retaliation today after Donald Trump announced plans to reimpose a 10% tariff on Canadian aluminum. Trump justified the move by saying Canadian aluminum imports pose a threat to America's national security. Freeland today called that ludicrous. She says the tariff is unnecessary, unwarranted, and entirely unacceptable.
In imposing these tariffs, the United States has taken the absurd decision to harm its own people at a time when its economy is suffering the deepest crisis since the Great Depression.
Freeland intends to impose dollar-for-dollar countermeasures. In our top story tonight, Mike Couteur looks at why Trump is picking this fight now and how Canada is fighting back.
Canada will respond swiftly and strongly.
Canada and the United States are back at it, renewing a tariff tit-for-tat over aluminum. CUSMA, or the new NAFTA deal, came into effect a month ago and was supposed to be a step towards trade peace with our largest trading partner. Instead, Canada is making a list of American products to hit back.
The final tariffs that we impose will be, as I said, perfectly reciprocal, dollar for dollar, and the total amount will be $3.6 billion.
But those tariffs must be on things containing aluminum. That's part of our new trade agreement. We can't copy the 2018 playbook when Canada targeted products from Republican states like Kentucky bourbon.
So when you look at our options there, what are we going to do? Put a tariff on bottle caps?
The government already has a broad list it wants to narrow down, which includes home appliances, golf clubs, and wheel rims. And it's looking to Canadians to submit feedback for the final list.
We're supposed to be, part of the big family, and he comes and backstabs us like this.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford supports slapping tariffs on American products, but he's got his own protectionist plan.
We're Team Canada. Get out there and buy Ontario-made products. We will kick their butts all over the place. $17 billion.
The provinces are important in this fight, especially Quebec, home to 9 aluminum smelters. Provincial officials there are already reaching out to their cross-border counterparts.
They like to buy the Quebec green aluminum, and actually, when I spoke to 3 states, a governor or Secretary of State, I think they all support it.
But the key is trying to convince President Trump, who's looking for a win in the so-called Rust Belt as the U.S. election looms.
He's grasping for something, I think, to try to get this connection with blue-collar voters in particular areas, and unfortunately, he's making it worse.
And now Canada has to once again perform the delicate dance of pushing back against the U.S. president without escalating the fight. Donna?
Mike Couteur in Ottawa, thanks.